We got more from my exclusive interview with Apple CEO Tim Cook. We talked about a topic that has been in the news a lot regarding artificial intelligence.
It is our mission in life to make other people's lives easier and to sort of leave the world a bit better than we found it.
This morning, tech giant and Apple CEO Tim Cook revealing his take on the future of modern technology, which includes artificial intelligence. And you said you're going to remain deliberate and thoughtful in your approach. So what are your concerns?
We do integrate it into our products today. People don't necessarily think about it as AI. What people are now talking about are these large language models. And I think they have great promise. I do think that it's so important to be very deliberate and very thoughtful in the development and the deployment of these, because they can be so powerful that you worry about things like bias, things like misinformation, maybe worse in some cases.
You saw a lot of leaders in this area coming together, and they were really sounding the alarm. They went so far as to use the word extinction of the public, of the human race.
Regulation is something that's needed in this space. I think guardrails are needed. And if you look down the road, that it's so powerful that companies have to employ their own ethical decisions. Regulation will have a difficult time staying even with the progress on this because it's moving so quickly. And so I think it's incumbent on companies as well to regulate themselves. That includes one of the fastest growing AI platforms, ChatGPT.
I know that it's an app that's available on some Apple devices.
That's right.
Do you use it? Do you have it?
Oh, of course I use it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think there's some unique applications for it, and you can bet that it's something that we're looking at closely.
Here at Apple Park, a hub of collaboration for one of the most valuable companies in the world, Apple now making a lane for itself in the finance industry by offering a savings account.
One of the things that we thought we could do and do differently is have a high-yield savings account, because most of the banks are paying very little, 0 to 25 to 50 basis points or so. And we thought we could really offer something that is much more attractive. And there's been a huge pickup on it.
It's been very popular. There were some reports that there were some customers that saying that they were facing long delays in withdrawing some of their funds.
Yeah, the Goldman Sachs is very focused on this. If you try to transfer your funds to a different account than you funded the initial savings account with, it heightens a review, because people are worried about somebody stealing your money. And so there's a lot of energy going into making this a smoother process.
And before we could say goodbye, I just had to put Tim on the spot and have a little bit of fun. So I'll give you an option, and you have to say this or that.
Okay.
Are you ready? FaceTime or text?
FaceTime.
Polos or suits?
Polo.
Weight training or cardio?
Weight training.
Team Auburn or Team Duke?
Oh, no, don't ask me that, Robin.
I knew I'd get you.
I love both. Yeah, that was a tough one.
You know what? I understand. I'll let you pass on that one.
Okay.
Apples or oranges?
Oh, definitely apples. Definitely apples.
I kind of knew what the answer on that one was going to be. You know, I just remember when I talked with him in 2016 about the AirPods, he kind of alluded to what they revealed yesterday. So that's how long, going back again, talking about Vision Pro, that's how long it was in the works. But he did kind of allude to it back then. But you're a tech guru. So what caught your eye yesterday?
And by the way, I remember that conversation, Robin, and it just takes time to perfect things. So for a lot of people, it's not necessarily about having to buy a new product with these updates. It is updates to the iPhone that already exists in your hand. And one that I think really caught my eye as a parent of a 4-year-old who doesn't really have a phone on her at this point, but at some point eventually will, is this check-in feature where you can essentially follow your child or your loved one, make sure that you know where they are. It follows the location, the battery level, the cell service. It gives you an accurate picture of where that loved one is and what's going on. I think, as George, I bet you can imagine this with your daughters.
Especially in college now.
I have mixed feelings about it, though, honestly. I don't love tracking. people. I love knowing that they're safe.
Right.
But I don't love the idea of having them feel like they're being spied on all the time.
Well, you can turn it off. It's an option.
Yes.
So you could maybe have it on when they're going somewhere that you really want to make sure.
Absolutely.
For a lot of parents, I think it's that added layer. Another thing that they're now doing is, when you make a FaceTime phone call and the person on the other line doesn't pick up. So they now have a feature where it automatically will allow you to create a video, which, again, as a parent, when I get my 4-year-old ready to call her grandparents and she's excited and ready to go, I want to create that video in the moment, before the moment is gone and she's off running somewhere else in the house. So I think this also for people when you're on a trip or you want to share a magical moment, very interesting.
And also, when someone sends you a voice memo or whatever, now it's going to come in a text. It can come in a text as well.
Which
so you
is
can see
great.
it, right? So there are a lot of things that really happen. It was like their Super Bowl, Final Four, a World Series all rolled into one yesterday, and it's ongoing. The developers are there. They're working hard, and Tim is very good about taking feedback from consumers. So people weigh in. They weigh in, and that's why they make the changes that they do. All right. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.